20 famous black celebrities who love younger women that will shock you. Welcome to Legends of Black Excellence. What if we told you that some of the biggest icons in black entertainment have found love where few expected, across significant generational divides? From jaw-dropping romances that made headlines to secret relationships that shocked even their biggest fans, today's video will reveal it all. Get ready for surprises, admiration, and a few uncomfortable truths. Before we dive in, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence, where we celebrate the powerful, complicated, and legendary lives that shaped history. Stevie Wonder, 75 years old. In an industry fueled by fleeting headlines and superficial connections, Stevie Wonder's relationship with Tamika Robin Bracey offers a refreshing narrative built on genuine affection. Their paths intertwined in the late 2000s, forging a bond that evolved far from the chaos of public scrutiny. While the world remained enchanted by Stevie's legendary musical contributions, he was quietly building a future with someone whose spirit matched his own. The couple's romance remained largely shielded from the media circus, allowing it to mature naturally. In July 2017, they celebrated their union with a private ceremony at the Hotel Bel Air in Los Angeles, attended by family, close friends, and industry giants. The event wasn't just a testament to their love, it symbolized a shared commitment to family and new beginnings. Tamika brought a new vibrancy into Stevie's life, complementing his soulful energy with youthful optimism. Their relationship also expanded his already large family, as they welcomed 2 children together, adding deeper meaning to their partnership. Despite the wide generational difference, discussions rarely centered on numbers. Instead, the public narrative highlighted the authentic joy and support they found in each other. Their story challenges the often cynical view of celebrity relationships. Rather than courting attention through lavish displays, Stevie and Tamika maintained a low-profile journey rooted in shared values and emotional resilience. The music legend's choice to build a home with someone from a different era demonstrates that meaningful love is not confined by birth years, but is instead cultivated through mutual respect, laughter, and enduring support. In a world quick to judge, their connection quietly silences critics, offering a poignant reminder that the heart recognizes sincerity, not statistics. Through their journey, Stevie Wonder and Tamika Robin Bracey redefine what it means to find lasting love beyond conventional expectations. Harry Belafonte, 96 years old, died 2023. Harry Belafonte, a titan of music, film, and civil rights activism, spent his later years redefining love and partnership in a way that defied generational norms. In 2008, after decades in the public eye as a voice for change, he quietly married Pamela Frank, a renowned photographer. Their relationship bridged an impressive generational divide, but it never became the focal point of their story. Instead, observers were captivated by the strength of their bond and the serenity they shared. Pamela brought a calming, supportive presence into Belafonte's life, complementing his lifelong passion for advocacy with her own artistic sensibilities. While many in the public sphere might have rushed to scrutinize a significant age difference, there was instead a deep respect for the connection they cultivated. Their union lasted until Harry's peaceful passing in 2023, marking over 15 years of marriage defined by unwavering loyalty and profound affection. Belafonte, a man who had marched with Dr. King and shaped American culture, found in Pamela not just a partner, but a confidant who embraced his legacy while encouraging a quieter, more personal chapter of his life. The two were often seen side by side at events celebrating art, philanthropy, and civil rights milestones, presenting a united front built on mutual admiration. Rather than fuel controversy, their relationship was regarded as a testament to the idea that emotional compatibility transcends numerical boundaries. Critics had little to say because authenticity spoke louder than numbers ever could. Their partnership served as a final, enduring chapter to Belafonte's remarkable life, a reminder that love can flourish against the backdrop of history, experience, and the timeless need for understanding between two souls. Eddie Murphy, 64 years old. Eddie Murphy, a comedic powerhouse and global film icon, has always been known for his vibrant personality and complex personal life. Yet his relationship with Australian model Paige Butcher showcased a different, more grounded side of him, a portrait of commitment shaped by affection rather than spectacle. They began dating in 2012, quietly forging a connection away from the relentless Hollywood spotlight. While Murphy's earlier relationships often played out in the tabloids, this partnership evolved under the radar, marked by a refreshing normalcy. In 2018, their bond culminated in an engagement, further solidifying their journey together as they welcomed 2 children into their growing family. The contrast between their worlds was striking. Eddie, having built a career on larger-than-life performances and global fame, found balance with Paige's reserved, low-profile demeanor. Together, they constructed a life centered on family values rather than celebrity status. Public fascination naturally noted the considerable generational gap between them, but unlike typical high-profile romances, the reaction leaned overwhelmingly positive. What distinguished their story was the evident mutual respect and enduring affection that defined their partnership. Eddie's openness about prioritizing his family above all else mirrored Paige's desire for stability and authenticity. Their relationship wasn't about headlines or appearances, it was about building something sustainable, rooted in shared dreams rather than fleeting moments. In a landscape often obsessed with scandal and sensationalism, Eddie Murphy and Paige Butcher demonstrated that love could flourish quietly, even in an industry known for fleeting passion. Their journey offered a refreshing perspective, that true connection isn't measured by the number of years apart, but by the depth of commitment and the willingness to grow together, regardless of when each began their life's path. Terrence Howard, 56 years old. Terrence Howard, celebrated for his intense performances in films like Hustle and Flow and the hit series Empire, has lived a personal life as compelling and layered as any of his characters. His relationship with model and restaurateur Mira Pack exemplifies a connection that pushed through complexities, misunderstandings, and profound differences in life experience. The two met in 2013, swiftly building a bond that led to a secret wedding that same year. While their union was initially kept away from the public eye, it soon became a talking point, largely because of the considerable generational space between them. Unlike many Hollywood romances marked by fleeting passion, Howard and Pack's connection unfolded with an unpredictable rhythm: divorce in 2015, reconciliation, and a second engagement in 2018. Throughout their relationship, they welcomed 2 sons, blending the excitement of new beginnings with the responsibilities of parenthood. Despite occasional turbulence, what captivated many observers was the genuine admiration Howard expressed for Pack's strength and poise. Publicly, he has often credited her as a grounding influence during periods when fame and personal battles threatened to overwhelm him. Critics and fans alike noticed the clear difference in their stages of life, but rarely was it the defining element of their story. Instead, focus shifted to their resilience, how they navigated separations, reconciliations, and the ever-present pressures of celebrity life. Their romance illustrated that love isn't always linear. Sometimes, it ebbs and flows, tested by external expectations and personal growth. Terrence Howard and Mira Pack's journey stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of deep relationships. In an industry addicted to appearances, they remind audiences that real devotion sometimes requires stepping away from public expectations and trusting in the quiet strength shared between 2 people, even when life's timing seems anything but convenient. Sean Combs, Diddy, 55 years old. Sean Combs, famously known as Diddy, has long been a commanding force in the music industry, shaping sounds, trends, and even cultural movements. Yet beyond the platinum records and business empires, his lengthy relationship with Cassie Ventura offered a revealing glimpse into a different side of his persona, one driven by passion, mentorship, and complexity. Their connection reportedly began around 2007 when Cassie, then an emerging singer signed under Diddy's Bad Boy Records, caught his attention. Over time, their professional relationship deepened into a romantic entanglement, one that remained relatively low-key for years before they confirmed their status publicly in 2012. With a near 17-year difference between them, their partnership ignited countless conversations across entertainment outlets. Observers quickly speculated on the dynamics at play, given Diddy's position of influence and Cassie's rising fame. Despite the speculation, their bond endured for over a decade, characterized by luxurious travels, red carpet appearances, and an unmistakable mutual admiration. Their chemistry seemed to transcend the industry's fast-paced culture, evolving into one of the more enduring relationships in modern hip-hop history. Still, cracks eventually appeared. By 2018, reports surfaced that the couple had amicably separated, citing diverging life goals. Notably, public opinion surrounding their age difference was never the primary narrative. Instead, the focus often centered on themes of personal growth, career ambitions, and evolving priorities. Diddy and Cassie's relationship encapsulated a chapter where fame, ambition, and personal connection intertwined. While the generational divide drew early curiosity, it was their emotional bond, and later, their willingness to walk separate paths, that ultimately defined their story. Their journey serves as a reminder that in the ever-evolving world of celebrity relationships, even the strongest connections can reach a natural conclusion, shaped more by internal change than external pressures. Usher Raymond IV, 46 years old. Usher Raymond IV, whose career has seamlessly spanned R&B dominance and pop crossover success, has always exuded effortless charm. His relationship with Jennifer Goycoechea, a respected music executive, revealed yet another dimension of his life, one grounded in stability, partnership, and shared industry insight. First spotted together in late 2019, Usher and Jennifer's bond developed quietly, away from the overwhelming flash of paparazzi. Their chemistry was undeniable, rooted not just in attraction but also in a shared passion for the business side of music. Jennifer, as the senior vice president of A&R at Epic Records, brought an insider's understanding of the industry's demands, creating a relationship dynamic where mutual respect thrived. While a notable generational gap existed, public discussion rarely fixated on the difference. Instead, attention turned toward the seamless way they balanced personal growth with professional ambition. Together, they welcomed 2 children, adding joyful new layers to their connection. What made their story compelling wasn't spectacle, it was the organic unfolding of 2 individuals who understood the weight of celebrity life yet chose to prioritize authenticity. Usher's earlier relationships often played out in the public arena, but with Jennifer, he embraced a more private narrative, signaling a maturity shaped by experience. Their romance also challenged preconceived notions about entertainment power couples. Here was a union not based on one partner eclipsing the other, but on collaborative energy and emotional support. Usher's performances, interviews, and even personal reflections began to hint at a man deeply content with where life had taken him, not just professionally, but emotionally. In an environment where fame often complicates intimacy, Usher and Jennifer carved out a narrative defined by partnership rather than spectacle, proving that in the right hands, love can quietly and powerfully flourish. Spike Lee, 68 years old. Spike Lee, a cinematic visionary whose films have boldly challenged societal norms, has also crafted a personal life built on strength, understanding, and partnership. His marriage to Tanya Lewis Lee offers a glimpse into a love story rooted in mutual ambition and unwavering support, elements that have carried them through decades of both public and private triumphs. They met in 1992 during a serendipitous encounter and quickly discovered a connection that extended beyond surface attraction. A year later, they married, embarking on a journey that intertwined their professional aspirations and personal growth. Tanya, a producer, author, and accomplished attorney, complemented Spike's relentless creativity with her own powerful voice in media and health advocacy. Though a notable generational difference exists between them, public discourse rarely focused on that detail. Instead, admiration centered on the way they blended their talents to amplify their impact on broader social conversations. Together, they raised 2 children, balancing the demands of family life with careers that frequently pushed cultural boundaries. Spike's dynamic personality and bold artistic choices found a steady counterbalance in Tanya's calm pragmatism. Their relationship became a living example of partnership in its truest form, not defined by the years that separated them, but by a shared dedication to building something greater than themselves. Their collaborations extended beyond family life, with Tanya producing meaningful projects that aligned with Spike's commitment to storytelling that matters. Unlike many high-profile unions that struggle under the weight of fame, Spike and Tanya's bond remained remarkably grounded. Their mutual respect and deep admiration for each other's talents allowed them to thrive independently while strengthening their collective foundation. In a world that often sensationalizes differences, Spike Lee and Tanya Lewis-Lee quietly demonstrated that the truest measure of a relationship lies not in age, but in shared dreams, unyielding loyalty, and the ability to champion each other's journey without compromise. Jay-Z, 55 years old. Jay-Z, one of hip-hop's most influential figures, has crafted not only an empire of music and business but also one of the most powerful love stories in modern pop culture. His relationship with Beyoncé Knowles evolved into a global phenomenon, admired for both its resilience and its ability to withstand the relentless glare of public scrutiny. Their story began in the late 1990s, quietly at first, with mutual respect fueling their early connection. By the early 2000s, subtle collaborations hinted at something deeper than professional admiration. In 2008, they sealed their bond in a private ceremony, a decision that mirrored their commitment to keeping personal matters sacred in an industry obsessed with exposure. While their age gap drew early attention, it quickly faded into the background as the world became captivated by their combined brilliance. Together, they built a brand that transcended music, owning art, launching clothing lines, investing in tech, and setting philanthropic milestones. Their relationship wasn't without adversity. Public revelations of personal struggles were met with fierce resilience. Rather than fracture under pressure, they used their experiences to fuel some of their most acclaimed artistic work, including albums that bared emotional truths rarely seen among celebrity couples. What makes Jay-Z and Beyoncé's partnership extraordinary is its balance of power, passion, and shared vision. They are equals who challenge, inspire, and elevate one another, proving that even amid fame's chaos, authentic love can flourish. Their journey redefines what it means to partner with someone younger or older, not as a novelty, but as an essential element of a far greater legacy they continue to write together. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, 49 years old. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, a mogul whose name became synonymous with resilience and reinvention, has lived much of his life in the spotlight, where every move is amplified. His relationship with model and actress Daphne Joy offered a glimpse into a softer, more personal dimension of his otherwise tough, bulletproof persona. Their connection blossomed in the early 2010s, a period when 50 Cent was expanding beyond music into acting, production, and business ventures. Daphne, building her own name in entertainment, became a figure of poise beside his larger-than-life public image. Their romantic bond led to the birth of a son, creating a lifelong link that remains central to both their lives. Public reaction to their pairing rarely focused solely on the difference in their life experiences. Instead, audiences saw two individuals who, despite coming from different worlds and generations, found common ground in family and ambition. Their son became a symbol of that connection, representing a commitment that outlasted the romantic chapter of their story. While their relationship eventually transitioned into effective co-parenting, there was never a media storm about discord or controversy regarding their age difference. In an industry where short-lived romances often end in public battles, 50 Cent and Daphne Joy demonstrated maturity, prioritizing their child's well-being over sensational headlines. Their journey reflects a reality often overlooked, that love and respect between partners of different backgrounds and eras can yield more than just fleeting moments. It can create enduring foundations built on shared priorities, loyalty, and the recognition that relationships, even if they evolve, leave a meaningful legacy. Through it all, 50 Cent and Daphne showed that true bonds aren't measured in headlines, but in the life they build together. Michael Jordan, 62 years old. Michael Jordan, revered as the greatest basketball player of all time, extended his legacy beyond the hardwood into a personal life marked by elegance and partnership. After a highly publicized first marriage, Jordan found lasting love with Yvette Prieto, a Cuban-American model whose vibrant energy brought a refreshing balance to his world of immense fame and business prowess. They met in 2008 at a nightclub in Miami, where their chemistry was immediate and unmistakable. Over the next few years, their relationship deepened, characterized by a private intimacy that contrasted with Jordan's global public persona. In 2013, they formalized their bond with a grand wedding in Palm Beach, Florida, a lavish event attended by more than 300 guests and celebrated with performances from stars like Usher and Robin Thicke. The generational difference between Michael and Yvette was noted by the media, but it quickly became a non-issue in the narrative of their love story. What truly captivated public interest was the palpable connection they shared. Together, they welcomed identical twin daughters in 2014, solidifying a new chapter of family life for the NBA legend. Throughout their marriage, Yvette has remained an elegant but low-profile figure, often appearing at public events alongside Jordan without seeking the spotlight herself. Her grounded presence has been credited with bringing stability and renewed vitality to Jordan's life post-retirement. Their story exemplifies how true partnership isn't about aligning birth years but about harmonizing ambitions, values, and emotional goals. Michael Jordan and Yvette Prieto's relationship demonstrates that even legends need a foundation built on real affection, mutual admiration, and a willingness to embrace life's next chapters together. Lenny Kravitz, 60 years old. Lenny Kravitz, the rock and roll icon known for seamlessly blending soul, funk, and hard rock, carries an aura that transcends generations. His brief yet memorable relationship with supermodel Adriana Lima captivated fans and media alike, not only for their star power but also for the magnetic chemistry between two seemingly different worlds. Rumors of their romance began circulating around 2001 when Lima's modeling career was ascending rapidly with Victoria's Secret. Kravitz, already an established music legend, found a spark with the Brazilian beauty that seemed effortless and electric. Though their relationship remained relatively private, they made occasional high-profile appearances together, fueling endless fascination about their bond. The age difference between Lenny and Adriana was present but never overshadowed the natural synergy they exhibited. Their dynamic felt less about disparity and more about a shared spirit of creativity, independence, and charisma. Both icons in their respective fields, they mirrored each other's success-driven mentalities, setting them apart from many typical celebrity couples. Though their engagement ended quietly, it left a lasting impression on fans who admired their brief but intense connection. Unlike many Hollywood flings defined by scandal or turmoil, Lenny and Adriana's chapter remained respectful, even graceful, after their paths diverged. Their story reflects an essential truth in the entertainment world: when two ambitious spirits align, the bond can burn brightly, even if only for a moment. Lenny Kravitz and Adriana Lima proved that meaningful relationships can emerge when mutual admiration and authentic connection take precedence over external expectations. A.E. Edwards, 39 years old. A.E. Edwards, a relatively low-profile music executive and producer, became an international headline sensation when his relationship with entertainment legend Cher surfaced in late 2022. Their pairing shocked audiences, not just because of the vast generational gap, but also due to the sheer unexpectedness of the romance. Meeting through mutual connections in the music world, their bond blossomed rapidly, defying conventional expectations. Cher, known for her fiercely independent spirit and decades of cultural dominance, seemed to find rejuvenation and delight in Edwards' youthful charm and easygoing nature. Meanwhile, Edwards expressed public admiration for Cher's resilience, artistic legacy, and unfiltered authenticity. Their romance ignited a flurry of online debates, with the extraordinary age difference dominating the conversation. Yet, amid the noise, many also recognized the refreshing honesty of their bond, two people unapologetically enjoying each other's company without seeking approval from critics or societal norms. Public appearances hand in hand, candid social media posts, and interviews made clear that theirs was a connection rooted in mutual enjoyment and personal empowerment rather than image management. Unlike many younger men who become entangled with legends for fame, A.E. Edwards appeared content allowing Cher to remain fully herself, offering support rather than competition. Their relationship, though still relatively new compared to others on this list, serves as a bold example of how love stories can unfold in the most unexpected ways, free from the limitations of age, expectation, or public opinion. A.E. Edwards and Cher redefined what it means to embrace happiness without apology. Irv Gotti, 55 years old. Irv Gotti, the mastermind behind Murder Incorporated Records and one of hip-hop's most influential producers, has always exuded a fearless approach both in business and in life. His personal relationships reflect a similar boldness, particularly his involvement with a younger woman known publicly as Taz. While Taz maintains a relatively low profile outside of social media glimpses, Reports about their connection surfaced in recent years, emphasizing a substantial generational gap. Despite inevitable chatter about the difference in life stages, Irv remained unbothered by public perception. Instead, he embraced the dynamic, often speaking candidly about finding new energy and inspiration through fresh connections. Their relationship, unlike the heavily scrutinized romances often seen in hip-hop culture, has largely escaped tabloid frenzy. Instead, it exists within a sphere of personal authenticity, far from PR manipulation or staged appearances. Taz's youthfulness brings a contemporary sensibility to Gotti's world, while he offers a perspective forged through decades of industry triumphs and setbacks. Rather than becoming a cautionary tale, their partnership illustrates how different timelines can intersect meaningfully when both individuals bring sincerity to the table. While age gaps often fuel controversy, Irv Gotti and Taz show that mutual respect, shared ambition, and understanding can transcend generational divides when ego is left at the door. Clarence Avant, 92 years old, died 2023. Clarence Avant, often hailed as the Black Godfather, built a legacy not only as a music executive and political advisor but also as a man deeply committed to personal loyalty and enduring love. His marriage to Jacqueline Avant epitomized this commitment, a bond that lasted over 5 decades and stood as a beacon of stability in a constantly shifting industry. Their union bridged a generational gap, but it never became the story. Instead, what stood out was their incredible partnership, one built on collaboration, mutual empowerment, and shared service to their community. Jacqueline, a passionate philanthropist, stood beside Clarence through monumental cultural shifts, supporting both his career and their joint efforts to uplift marginalized communities. Together, they became symbols of Black excellence, demonstrating that influence is most powerful when rooted in unity. While Clarence navigated the highest echelons of music, film, and politics, Jacqueline championed social causes, education, and civil rights initiatives, often working behind the scenes to effect change. Their story serves as a profound reminder: true partnerships are not about age, appearances, or headlines. They are built on shared dreams, collective resilience, and unwavering devotion, a reality Clarence and Jacqueline embodied throughout their lives together until her tragic passing in 2021 and his in 2023. Nick Cannon, 44 years old. Nick Cannon, a multi-hyphenate entertainer whose career spans music, comedy, television, and entrepreneurship, is no stranger to the complexities of love in the public eye. His enduring relationship with Brittany Bell, a former beauty queen and model, paints a vivid portrait of unconventional commitment and modern family building. Their connection began in the mid-2010s, marked by an undeniable chemistry that evolved beyond fleeting romance. Despite maintaining an on-and-off dynamic over the years, Nick and Brittany have cultivated a deep partnership centered on co-parenting and mutual respect. Together, they share 3 children, and their bond has endured through changing circumstances, personal growth, and evolving life goals. Unlike many celebrity pairings defined by rigid structures, Nick and Brittany's relationship thrives on flexibility and an unwavering focus on family. Though separated by differing career paths and experiences, they continually align on one critical value: providing stability and unconditional love for their children. Public conversation about their generational difference exists but rarely overshadows the narrative of their enduring bond. Their approach to modern parenthood challenges traditional notions of what a relationship must look like to be successful. Instead, they prove that love and responsibility, when prioritized correctly, can flourish even outside conventional boundaries. Their story underscores a truth often overlooked in celebrity culture: lasting connections aren't always about permanence. Sometimes, they're about mutual growth, understanding, and a willingness to redefine love on one's own terms, a philosophy Nick Cannon and Brittany Bell continue to embody. Flavor Flav, 66 years old. Flavor Flav, a founding member of Public Enemy and a reality TV phenomenon, reinvented himself in the 2000s through a surprising yet captivating series of televised romantic pursuits. Among them, his connection with Delicious, the winner of Flavor of Love Season 2, left a lasting impression, not merely because of their contrasting public personas, but due to the significant generational space they navigated. Their romance unfolded under the scrutinizing gaze of reality television cameras, where authenticity is often questioned. Yet within that highly manufactured environment, Flav and Delicious appeared to forge a bond marked by genuine warmth, playful affection, and mutual admiration. The notable gap in their life experiences became an ongoing subplot on the show, though it rarely overshadowed the obvious camaraderie they shared. While their relationship ultimately did not endure outside the bubble of production, it offered a rare glimpse into Flavor Flav's softer, more earnest side, a side often hidden beneath his larger-than-life stage presence. Delicious, youthful and vibrant, brought a new lightness into Flav's life, even if temporarily. Their pairing also reflected a broader phenomenon: how fame can both bridge and complicate generational divides. Viewers witnessed not just an age gap, but two distinct worlds colliding, hip-hop's raw authenticity meeting reality TV's glossy fantasy. In the end, while they went their separate ways, the bond they showcased resonated with audiences, emphasizing that even the most unexpected relationships can reveal layers of tenderness often missed by the spotlight. Tracy Morgan, 56 years old. Tracy Morgan, whose comedic genius has charmed audiences on Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, experienced a profound evolution in his personal life after meeting model Megan Woolover. Their story began during a transformative period for Morgan, one defined by resilience, gratitude, and a renewed outlook on love and family. Introduced through mutual acquaintances, their connection blossomed into an engagement by 2011, followed by marriage in 2015. Together, they navigated life's highs and lows, including Morgan's harrowing recovery following a near-fatal car accident in 2014. Throughout these challenges, Megan's steadfast support became a pillar in Tracy's rehabilitation, both emotionally and physically. Their generational difference sparked minimal public debate, largely because their bond exuded authenticity and commitment. Megan's grace and strength perfectly balanced Morgan's ebullient humor and larger-than-life spirit, offering a refreshing narrative that eschewed the clichés often attached to celebrity relationships with significant age disparities. Their marriage welcomed the birth of a daughter, reinforcing their shared dedication to family. Though they eventually announced their separation in 2020, public commentary remained largely sympathetic, acknowledging the genuine connection they once shared. The Morgan-Woolover relationship serves as a poignant reminder that love can act as a lifeline through adversity. Even when paths diverge, the strength built during pivotal life moments endures, shaping both individuals in profound and lasting ways. Reggie Miller, 59 years old. Reggie Miller, an NBA Hall of Famer celebrated for his sharpshooting prowess and legendary rivalries, transitioned smoothly into a more private yet fulfilling personal life post-retirement. His long-term relationship with Laura Laskowski, a model and entrepreneur, reflects a steady and authentic partnership away from the media's constant buzz. Meeting in the early 2000s, Miller and Laskowski cultivated a relationship grounded in shared values and mutual understanding. Their generational difference is evident but has never become a focal point for public discourse. Instead, admiration for their low-key lifestyle and commitment to family has defined their public image. Together, they have built a growing family, welcoming 3 children into their lives. Reggie's focus shifted seamlessly from professional competition to fatherhood and domestic contentment, a transition many of his peers found challenging. With Laura's unwavering presence, Miller crafted a personal world rooted in stability, humility, and private joy. Their appearances at public events, charity galas, sports ceremonies, and occasional red carpet functions radiate a quiet confidence. They avoid the drama often associated with high-profile relationships, choosing instead to maintain a bond characterized by respect, laughter, and shared ambitions. Reggie Miller and Laura Laskowski's relationship stands as proof that when two people prioritize trust, patience, and authentic connection, external noise fades into irrelevance. Their enduring partnership reminds us that meaningful love isn't about chasing headlines, it's about choosing each other every single day. Chris Rock, 60 years old. Chris Rock, the stand-up titan renowned for his razor-sharp humor and keen social commentary, revealed a more intimate side of his life during his relationship with actress Megalyn Echikunwoke. Their bond began circulating publicly in 2016, following Rock's high-profile divorce, a period where personal reinvention seemed inevitable. Meeting through mutual Hollywood circles, their chemistry was immediate and evident, frequently captured in candid moments at award shows and public outings. Despite coming from different career stages and life experiences, their shared commitment to artistic expression created a strong foundation for connection. Media attention quickly picked up on their generational difference, but instead of focusing on the gap, narratives often centered around their seemingly effortless compatibility. Megalin's rising success in television and independent film mirrored Rock's own trajectory of mastering various entertainment platforms, from stage to screen. Their relationship, though eventually private in its unraveling, was marked by public respect and discretion, two qualities not always prevalent among celebrity pairings. Even after their romantic chapter ended, both maintained dignity, avoiding the sensationalism that often follows such breakups. Chris Rock and Megalyn Echikunwoke's story is a reminder that love doesn't always adhere to timelines or public expectations. Sometimes, it's about two individuals recognizing something vibrant in each other during transitional periods in their lives. Even if their paths ultimately diverged, the bond they shared reflected an authenticity rarely captured in the tabloid portrayal of celebrity romances. R. Kelly, 58 years old. Arthur Kelly's association with Aaliyah remains one of the most tragic and disturbing chapters in entertainment history, a stark contrast to the stories of genuine relationships mentioned elsewhere. Unlike consensual, public romances that celebrate love across generations, Kelly's involvement with Aaliyah was rooted in manipulation and predatory behavior. In 1994, Aaliyah, barely in her teens, was illegally married to Kelly, a fact shrouded at the time through falsified documents and intense secrecy. Reports later revealed a web of coercion surrounding their so-called union, which was annulled shortly after the scandal came to light. While the numerical age gap could be calculated, it is irrelevant when set against the sheer violation of trust, innocence, and legality. This was not a love story. It was an exploitation that forever altered the course of Aaliyah's life and left a permanent stain on Kelly's reputation. Subsequent years would bring a flood of accusations against Kelly, revealing a larger pattern of abuse against young women, further emphasizing the seriousness of his misconduct. The case of Arthur Kelly and Aaliyah stands apart because it serves as a grim reminder that not all relationships framed by age differences are about love or mutual respect. Sometimes, they are about power, control, and tragic exploitation, realities that cannot be softened or romanticized. Their history demands acknowledgement, not admiration, and continues to serve as a cautionary tale within both the entertainment industry and society at large. Love doesn't follow a single script, and these stories prove that connections across generations can be powerful, complex, and deeply human. From lasting partnerships to cautionary tales, the journeys of these black legends remind us that every relationship carries its own truths. What do you think about the role age plays in love, especially under the spotlight of fame? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence for more inspiring stories and deeper conversations about the lives behind the legends.